Hey everybody, this is Amber Perry with the Perry team here at the Property Group, and we are here with this month's partner spotlight, which is Matt Kaczor with IBERIABANK. So thanks for coming on.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah.
I appreciate the opportunity.
No problem. So tell us a little bit about you and IBERIABANK.
Sure. I'm a mortgage loan officer for IBERIABANK. IBERIABANK is the 57th largest bank in the country. But the neat thing about us being a large bank, we're regional, we're in about 10 or 12 states, but the neat thing is our headquarters for the entire mortgage company is actually headquartered here in Little Rock, Arkansas, right over off of Cantrell Road.
Okay.
So the neat thing, what that means for a customer, what it means for me, is everybody I need, my processor, my underwriter, even their managers, are all 5 minutes away. They all sit
That makes a difference.
right here locally.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
And they care about my Little Rock loan closings,
Yeah.
rather than somebody in South Carolina worrying about their things. We've got people here that care about Little Rock.
Okay.
Yep.
So what would you say is probably one of the most common problems that you see or that you come across
Sure.
in the home buying process?
I think that's a good question, and I would tell customers everywhere, the number one thing that I see as being a big issue is most people don't have any money in the bank. Some
yeah.
people have just enough for their down payment, but I tell you what we call reserves, and that's money available in the bank after closing. Looks great for underwriting. It makes the whole process smoother. It makes a lot of us feel better that the customer has some money to fall back on. And commonly, a lot of people don't budget and don't plan for that, and a lot of people live paycheck to paycheck, unfortunately.
So even just a little cushion, isn't it? He's not saying 20 grand, just something there that shows you've got a cushion to fall back on.
Yep.
Okay.
Doesn't have to be a ton, but just have something that you don't need for closing. So you've got, a few months. If God forbid something were to happen, you can make your mortgage payment and make your bills. And I'd hate to feel like I'm putting someone in a house that's going to be a stretch for them.
Yeah. So what would you say is probably the biggest thing that people don't think about when they're thinking they want to buy a house?
Sure. I would tell you that most people shop rate and fees. And what they don't think about is communication. And what I mean by that is everybody is nervous to get a mortgage. Everyone's nervous to apply for a loan. Everyone's heard a mortgage can be very frustrating. Picking the wrong loan officer or picking a company solely by interest rate or to save $100 can mean a nightmare of a process, especially when things go poorly. Customers commonly don't get a good explanation of what's wrong, what's needed to fix it, what is our timeline. Things just kind of run behind and they go by the wayside. And so having someone that communicates with you, someone that you can reach out to and get most of the time, I think is something that a lot of people don't miss when they pick that fee or interest rate company. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does. And I was going to say too, Matt's really great at breaking down all the fees and what your expenses you're going to incur in the home buying process. A lot of times you get, is it the loan faith estimate or good faith estimate or something that shows all the numbers of a lot of times.
Estimate.
Yeah, loan estimate. We've had other clients with other lenders and they get that and they don't know what all those numbers mean and what is this and what is that and am I buying down points and all that, and it can get confusing and overwhelming, and so he is great at breaking all that down. There's no hidden fees. So that's good. So he's great at that too. So you mentioned the other, there obviously is a lot of options here in Little Rock. What would you say, how are you different than maybe some of the other banks or mortgage companies here?
I think that's a good question because everybody does your conventional loans, your FHA loans, your rural development, your VA loans. Those are kind of the common four. Every mortgage company, every lender out there does those. But the neat thing by being part of a bigger bank and being part of a bank versus a mortgage company or just a mortgage lender is that we have a lot of products that encourage home buying here in Little Rock. So we have a lot of our own internal grant programs that give customers money for down payment. Programs that have no mortgage insurance. So if customers hear about mortgage insurance as part of their payment, I have loans that don't have mortgage insurance. So first-time home buyers looking at what their total payment would be, these kind of loans can help them come up with their down payment and have a lower payment than they would on some of these other normal programs. So those are unique to Iberia alone and unique to being part of the bank that I work for.
Okay. So, which we love, by the way. So what suggestions would you give maybe other clients or future clients who are coming your way?
Suggestions, I would tell you, the biggest thing is start early. It doesn't really matter how early you start, whether it be a month or 6 months, but as soon as you decide that you want to buy or sell or refinance or whatever it is, talk to myself or any other loan officer, but do yourself a favor and start early. the difference between an easy, smooth, great process and a super frustrating process can handle 99% of the time by just visiting with someone early and talking through those things to see what the challenges and the roadblocks will be.
Okay, so there's no set time, whether it's a month before or just whatever you say, hey, are we going to think about buying a house this year?
Yeah.
Call Matt. And so thank you for coming
Yes, ma'am.
today.
I appreciate it.
And we'll have Matt's contact information at the end of the video, but thank you for coming by. And Matt is our Partner Spotlight this month.
Thank you.